Good night, 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 good night. Hello, everybody. Good night to you all. Resilient Queen is live, coming to you live from her living room. Hello, everybody. How are you? Resilient Queen is live. Resilient Queen is live. Baby, you don't know. Resilient Queen is live. She's really live. Oh, Resilient Queen is live tonight. Baby, you don't know. Resilient Queen is live. She's live tonight. Live and in trouble. Oh, baby, you don't know. Resilient Queen is live. Resilient Queen is live. Ooh. Hey, family, good night. No much come out of a meeting. I had two meetings today. And your girl no much come out of a meeting. And guess what your girl cooked today? I baked some chicken legs. And I did what they call it? Mac and cheese? Is it mac and cheese? Mac and cheese? Yeah, broccoli mac and cheese. Yep, I did my broccoli mac and cheese today. And eat, and now I'm about to clean up. Clean up, clean up. Everybody clean up. Everybody clean up. Clean up, clean up. We had a big day. We had a busy day today. We had a long day today. But guess what? To God be the glory. And He saved the day today too. He saved the day. He saved the day today. And guess what? Your girl went on the heading on the freeway today. Let me tell you so. You see God? He's moving. You hear me? He is moving. Whether you like it or not, He is moving. He said He is moving. And He literally moving to us. I was heading on the freeway today. After I told you guys I had some errands to run and everything. Wait till my son finished with his tutoring good thing. Because he did good in his tutoring today. And decided to take them to go get that errand I need done. And while I was on my way, guys, family, resilient people, you guys would not know what could have happened to your girl and one of her baby. One was at the other school. As I entered the ramp today, my car stalled in the middle of the road. Car was approaching the ramp too. My car stalled in the middle of the road right after I passed the police trooper's car. So it was close by. That means somebody would be there to help assist with traffic. My car stopped as I'm about to go down the ramp. My car stopped. Girl, in a panic. This is what I spring into action with my knowledge of what, because I paid to go to school. Yeah? And I paid a lot of money too to go to school because I had to go take my tests for a while because I was a serious. So anyway, so I know I paid money. So all I heard was God was just steering me. At this time I'm not steering because the car not moving. I heard a voice say, put your four-way flasher on. While everything is happening, all I heard is put your four-way flasher on to indicate to everybody so they don't run in the back of you. And I put my four-way flasher on, and then I heard a voice say, go scoot over to the sharp shoulder. This is the car stalling in the road, and I heard the voice telling me to scoot over to the soft shoulders so the traffic could go around coming from the ramp. Because they were approaching the ramp like me. I was heading to go on the freeway. Guys, this this friend of mine called that car down there. Stop! But there was a trooper not too far from me, so a lot of things they could have, if they, I don't know if they were in the car or anything, but they would be there to protect traffic. But I'm telling you, ain't God good? Ain't He good? And then when I finally come off the freeway, cause I still and then I had to put the car in. When the car stopped, the car jumped into neutral. Yep, the car did jump into neutral. And it just stop it. I had my foot on the brake same way and everything. But I was a panic or anything. I just did what the mind told me exactly to do. Put your four-way flusher on real quick as soon as it happened because people were running in your back. Because you're going down the ramp, nobody expect a car gonna stall. So boom with the four-way flasher real quick. And then boom, they said go over to the sharp shoulder so people could get around so the ramp would not be blockage. Because if that was a blockage, then maybe I would make the news. But anyway, God was good. God is good all the time with my baby in the car today. He was good. All the time he's good. All the time. And so I tell you, people, God is good. You would when somebody say God is good, you wonder why she say God is good and she don't talk like God. Trust me. He's good. And then anyway, I made it to where I was going and I go in and I'm like, why is this line so long? Because I'm going to this big building. GPS, I'm following, not going to this big building. And I go inside and I saw two people in the line. One person looked like they were working in the building because of the uniform material that she had on. And I said, hello, good evening. And the person said, hello, good afternoon. I saw this lady walk up to the counter. I'm like, oh, I thought she was a security guard or something. She wasn't. So you see what looks are deceiving? Because I'm looking judging her from her uniform, think she was working in there and they were gonna like pat you down or anything. No, that didn't happen. And I walk up to the counter when they say who's next. So I realize it's a line now because this is a big old place. I never been there before. So now I realize it's a line. And let me tell you something. The lady that God had placed there for me to help assisted me with what I needed when I went there today. She was so genuine and nice to me. I'm like, wow. I felt like I was not even about somebody running up my knock. She was so nice, genuine. She get her pen and paper and she was helping me jot down stuff and she said, all right, let me give you an extra paper just in case because you cannot make an error on the paper that I went there for. She said you cannot make no error on it because this is a government document. She said you cannot make no error on it. If you make an error, you have to. You can't erase it or anything. You have to change it over. And she was helping me out and I'm telling you, nobody but Jesus. I can tell you, nobody but him. You know, like his songwriter say, who? Let the angels sing and tell me who? Nobody but my Lord. Nobody but Jesus, man. I'm telling you. Even when you see people planted along the way, if you tell, remember I tell you, every path where you're gonna go in life, there is gonna be people that is planted along that way to help you navigate your way through anything you're going through. Even if it's you yourself planted to answer yourself. Like today when I was in the car with myself and my son. I was in the car and my intuition had to tell me exactly what to do. And I was a panic or anything because I didn't even hit the freeway yet. So it just goes to show that everything begins with us. Everything we're doing is going to start with us. Because I was in the car with just my son, my oldest son, and I was in the car. If they had run in the back, he sit all the way to the back, anything could have happened. But God is good, baby. God is good all the time. We went there, we take back the same road, come back but over in the opposite direction, and made it home safe and sound. Where the song says safe and sound, safe and sound from all above, from all everything. Yeah, safe and sound. And make it back just in time to go pick the little one up. And I even forgot that they were having a function today. And the principal said at the school, where's your beard? I said, I forgot because they were having something for daddy today. And they said, where's your beard? I said, I forgot my beard. Because I washed my hair, I haven't braid it yet. They got to braid it. But I'm just telling you, family, when you're going through stuff in life, and that's why I also say, so when you're driving is something that is not something to be happy about until you get from around that steering or you park somewhere, where you can't get a break. Because when you're driving, then when you're on the freeway again, the speed limit is 55 on this freeway I was on today. The speed limit was 55. When I look through my rearview mirror, this Jeep, one of those nice fancy Jeep. It's a Jeep, one of those short little stucky car there. Going this faster than the speed limit. When I look, he just missed my little knock by an inch. I'm like, whoa, baby. It'll slow down on the freeway. The speed limit is 55 and I'm actually doing 55, close to 60. But that's how we go. You just have to navigate your way and put God first in everything you do, family, because you never know what can happen in this world. You know what I mean? You're in this world and you don't know what can happen. You don't know. But as the songwriter say, Navina Dot, how are you? Greetings, how you doing? Go to bed. I already baked chicken and made macaroni and cheese with broccoli. Give it to them. He said, my friend David from Uganda. Oh, how are you? How you doing? Greetings. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I did me some broccoli macaroni and cheese. It tastes good. So I gotta put them up. You see, I'm fine and you. I'm doing good so far. Save and sanctify. Doing good over here. Doing good. Can't complain much. Got out of a little meeting just now, taking care of a family. Oh, okay. I don't know where that is. You're gonna have to tell me which part of the world that is. Oh, okay. I don't know where that is. I have no clue where that is. I don't get no degree for geography. I don't get no degree for geography, so you're gonna have to tell me exactly where that is. Yeah, so I had some nice people along the way today. Oh, okay. All right, nice. I always want some pharmacists. Always looking for somebody to work. So give the right medication. Yeah, but otherwise than that, we're doing good. So how are you doing? I'm here trying to clean up back my kitchen. I had finished a meeting. I had just finished, had a meeting with my family. Had a meeting before my family cook and eat, and now I'm trying to clean up back. And I said, let me just come on here a little bit and let you guys know how my day went today. But overall, it was good. As I said, I can't complain because the day turned out to be an amazing day. I need the bro. The day turned out to be an amazing day, family. So I can't complain. Yeah. So that was nice. And then I went to this other meeting today, and I met this, not this man, I know the guy. He's one of the person there I talk to all the time. And he was able to give me some information of something that I needed. And he said, okay, you could go do this here, right here. So, and he put information in the phone and give it to me and get the things then done. But we are here, family. We are here. Your girl is here. So we are here giving thanks, giving thanks. As I said, when you have life, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? So you know how it go, yeah? We are here. The songwriter said we are here today because God kept me. You know that song? I'm alive today only because of his grace. He kept me so I wouldn't let go. I'm telling you. And that's why you have to have a mind of your own. Like today I was having today we were having a meeting, and I was saying something, and I'm saying that, you know, I was saying that the word outburst, when somebody have an outburst, we all had outbursts before. I can't go in depth as to what it was about, but I'm just going to use the word outburst because I had put that word in. And I said, when somebody have an outburst, it's because it's like, this when they said this song say, my cup is full and running over. You have enough of what you're dealing with, you have enough of what you're going through. So now you don't have any more storage to store anything, whether it is nonsense to you, whether it is rubbish, whether it's not making no sense or anything. So your cup has run over, and then you will decide to say, you know what? I no longer want my cup to run over. So now you outburst, you're crying out. And this mean crying out could mean that not only crying out for help from somebody, but crying out also from help from your inner self. As I said today, while I was journeying, my car stalled on the middle of the damn ramp with my son in the back seat. Anybody else coming to hit the highway could run right in my back. So, you know what I mean? But just having that burst for God's grace and mercy is like crying out from deep down within. He was able to lead me not unto my own understanding, but to his understanding. So I was able to get things under control. No panicking, nothing. Because I always say you cannot be panicky when you drive. You can't be panicky when you're doing certain things. That is, you have to do in life unless you plan not to drive in this world. Because then you can't do that because you won't be able to be a driver. Because things are going to happen. Because when you're on it's just like when you're on the road, anything can happen. You're driving, doesn't mean you're the only one on the road driving. So things are going to come in your way. Things are going to challenge your pathway. And I had a good instructor when I was learning how to drive. So he said, when you start driving in the real world, not me sitting in the car with you and telling you go here, go there, slow down, and they see the sign that's saying learners or whatever. When all of that is being removed and you're by yourself now, then you're into the real world because there is no sign to warn people that hey, this is a student driver or this is a new driver no longer. You know what I mean? That all of that move now, everybody blending. It's like they say you're blending with the crowd now. So nobody even know if you're immature, you are good at driving, you're an expert at driving, you have years of experience. Nobody know what who is. No more. Only when you have that sign say student driver, after you get your license, then everybody blend in, you know what I mean? So you have to be understanding that one of the thing when you're driving, you can't be panicking, you know. And like they say, that say certain things is not for the faint, so you have to be strong and grounded. Because I'm telling you, the trials are out here. Your faith will be tested. In anything you do, your faith will be tested. You know, you will say something and your faith will be challenged. Everything that you say will be challenged at some point. But you got to understand that once you are grounded and stay true to what you're doing, what you believe in, how you are navigating your way, you will make it. You know, you will make it. It's just like hitting that ramp today. It was a one way. There is no way for me to reverse because if I reverse, I was going to reverse right up in somebody knock. You understand? And then the trooper right there probably would pull me over and say, hey, you can't drive, go back home. You know what I mean? So it just tell you that when you're going out and you see things that are happening certain way or so forth, it's just a great reminder that we have to always put him first in whatever we are doing. Put him first because they say God alone can handle the situation that we're faced with. He's alone. And you will say, why I say he's alone? Doesn't mean he's not going to put his angel where he needs to put them so they can be there for you. He have his angel all over the place. They used to have a song about angels. His angel will be placed everywhere. You ain't going to know that his angel is placed everywhere waiting for whatever should happen. He already know what's going to happen. He said long before you were born and conceived in your mother's womb, he know what's going to happen. It's like you achieve your goal. He know what's going to happen. He know the challenge that you're going to have to go through. And those challenges that's going to come your way when you achieve your goal is not for you to debate them. When you achieve your goal, Those challenges are gonna come, is gonna remind you that you still have to keep pressing gas and be on your A game. Because now there's gonna be people out there that are gonna look at you and they're gonna challenge you now. It's not for you to look back and say, oh, because this one is not here, or oh, this one is not there and I'm here so they're mad. Or no, 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 no. That's your test. That's your challenge. That's your faith being put on the line. And if you're not grounded, then that's how all the things that you're going to be rolling out are going to be rolled out, and then you're going to feel some kind of way. But once you stay true to yourself and your father, and you're really and truly grounded, and you know who exactly you are as a person to him, as an individual, because many times we say we know who we are, but we only know who we are in a group. But in actuality, do we know who we are exactly as an individual? That's this very important. As an individual, do you know who you are exactly? When you're in a group where you could hide behind this one or hide behind that one, or you could tap this one and tap that one, it is easier for you to say that yes, you're this and you're that, but everything scroll back down to individual. It's just like when He taking us out of this world, He taking us out individually. Eh? When things are happening, it don't happen to the whole massive. No, you know, so such is life. Sometimes a few or so might go, but then it's life. It's what it is, you know. It is what it is. But stay true to yourself and remember, when you achieve in life, your faith, your glory, your shine, your light will be challenged. And even everybody who is behind, coming up, working hard to achieve their goal, they will also be challenged. We will also be challenged. So when you see your test and trial come, just remember your test was going to be there. What you think you're going to do? Just reach over here and nobody test you? What you think you're going to do? Just sit over here and say, oh, I passed my test, so I don't need to worry. I can just go be employed for anything. Even when you're smart and knowledgeable about anything in life, somebody's gonna be there to test you, to see how grounded you are, to see how truthful you are, to see how powerful you are, to see how mindful you are, to see if you're still that same person that they have come to know or come to love or come to like or come to appreciate or come to acknowledge or have respect for. So when you see things are coming your way, it's not coming because they want to come and what do you call it, annoy you or stress you out, or some things will stress you out. Don't get me wrong. This world is not a silver lining, eh? It's a behind every silver lining there is a whatever down there. So we gotta understand everything don't run level, you know. Sometimes you see them build things, you just like the gutter on the house, the rooftop. It have to build a certain way so the water can run down where it needs to go. So everything not gonna be straight. Yeah, let's say you're gonna have bending, you're gonna have curving, but you have to stay true to you. Stay true to you, stay true to what you're doing. I need to try this thing and see how it tastes. Stay true. What am I looking for? And then I'm gonna fill out those papers to see if I can send them off. You know, so stay true. You know, don't worry. Once you achieve in life your goal, your challenge, where is that thing? Everything will be tested now. You know, yeah, going to bed now. You will be tested in this world, so don't stress yourself out. Okay, don't stress yourself out. Just remember that you will be tested, and even when you find your way to find how to do this and how to do that, you will still be tested. Remember, Jesus was on the cross, and even his brightest angel had tested him. So I find these drinks at Dollar Family Dollar. So I don't know. It's a wonderful water. Moloka coconut. Let me try it. Whoa. It's the look you get when you never drink something before. Yes, family, but stay rooted and grounded. Stay rooted and grounded. And don't worry about anything much. Just be staying rooted and grounded. Oh, my lighting is awful. Awful lighting. Not a good lighting. Yeah, I guess I'm the angel tonight. Not a good lighting. Yes, man. So don't give up. As the songwriter said, we never give up. And even when you fight to achieve your goal, and you fight to achieve your goal, and you think that, oh yes, I work hard and I fight to achieve my goal. I stayed in the race, I stayed in the game, and you make it over to the other side. Your challenge just begin. If you thought you had challenge, your challenge just begin. Your trials just begin. Your vetting just begin. The stuff you didn't see just begin. The stuff that's gonna shock you just begin. Have you rethinking? Just begin. Have you reconsidering? Just begin. A lot of stuff that we're gonna go to is gonna test us. And it's not gonna test you when you're at your lowest. Because there's nothing to test. It's like you don't have no data to work with, yeah? But when you start to have data to work with, you get the data now, right? And you realize, okay, now I get on to something. I'm on a path now. I'm working on the solution. Now you find the solution. Now you find the solution, you solve it. Now you start doing this, doing that to be productive, to be more productive. You work hard. Now the real test starts. You will see shift in how growth look. You will see a pause in how things look. You will see a slowdown in stuff. But if you stay true to yourself, if you stay true to who you are, then the noise of the market will not be your problem. Because, baby, there will always be noise, whether you like it or not. You will always have somebody going to say, what? What is this? And then you will have somebody who will listen. Doesn't mean you must only run with the person say, what is this? Because that's their purpose, to defeat you. And little do you know that, oh, their purpose is to defeat you. Now you run with the person that say, oh, what is this? You're not focused on the man that say, congratulations, good job, excellent. Keep going. You're focused on the one that you want to take the head off. But little did we know that sometimes their review is just their review. They're just sharing their review. Some of the reviews, they're not going to like it. Some of their opinion, because mind you, when we're talking and we're talking about stuff, whether it is motivational, educational, whether it is inspiring, whether it is something to educate people or inform people about anything in life, when people are listening to us or to you, they're gonna listen, but they're gonna have a mind to say, what? I don't agree with that. Or I agree partially. Or I don't believe in everything you say that it is this or it is that. But that's their opinion of what they think something is. But because you shed some light on something, doesn't mean because people not gonna have their 2 shilling or their take on it. You can't beat them people take, because if they didn't beat your take down, why should you beat somebody else take down on what they think? There's no need. to beat them down. If they give you the time to listen to you, give them the time to listen to you, to them too. Let they vent. Let they share their result with you. Hopefully they have one. Because if they don't have one, and when we say have result, you must see something to say you have result. Yeah, because you can't just say, oh, you this and you don't got no result. If you got result, then you know what you're talking about, right? But if when you got result and you know what you're talking about, still somebody could be looking from different angles because you have different ways to look at things. It's like I research one way just to get this point, and then somebody else come and research the other way to get this point. Somebody else research and get the point for this way. Somebody research and get the point for that way. It's like east, west, north, and south, all corners. You know what I mean? And then you will look and say, oh, but don't believe this person because what that person says, blah blah blah. No, you go do your research. And doing your research, you're gonna find even more things upon maybe what somebody else said, and then you can build upon that and understand with the information you have researched to understand things for yourself. Everybody's viewpoint is not gonna be like mine, and I'm using me as an example. So when it's like I'm passing out information. Some information people will agree with because they understand and they see it for themselves. But if it's not something that people can see for themselves, it will be harder for them to just sit there and say, I understand or I agree with you. Some people will tell you, I didn't know. Then they go ahead and they do their research. And when they do their research, then they can come to a conclusion to say, okay, oh, that was such and such. And remind you, in this world, one size does not fit all. So it doesn't matter how much we're going to educate people, how much we're going to preach to people, how much we're going to share all our knowledge, all our beliefs, all our ideas, and everything to someone. Everybody ain't going to collect everything. But when we learn to understand that, then distribution of us will be even better distributing across all the things we're trying to do and trying to achieve. It will easier, but not with its not before you have to go through the trials. You have to go through that. It's like bring in your resume. Okay, what kind of job you want? Okay, we have a job tomorrow, job fair. Bring in your resume. You bring your resume in. That's just one aspect, right? You haven't get the job yet. They just want to see your resume. They want to see your credentials. They want to see what's on there that will inspire them to hire you. What's on there that resonate with them, that what skills do you have, what qualities do you have that they can take a look into you. You know what I mean? Same thing with this world we're in. Even when we're on YouTube, because a lot of stuff are being on YouTube now, where as content creators we go out there. Even if we don't go out there, we just sit in our living room or wherever we're sitting down and do stuff, but we can still sit in our living room and do research. It don't really matter. Research can be research from anywhere, you know. But you're gonna have people that not gonna agree with everything we're saying. And it's not for us to come out and say, oh, I said something the other day and some people start harassing me. Or no, that means you are trying to entertain the devil. Before, mind you, you didn't entertain the devil. Don't entertain it now. Gotta understand that. Remember, when you were trying to achieve your goal, you did not let the devil devour you one bit. Dream girl, how are you? Greetings. You never let the devil devour you one bit. So just be reminded that when you get over the other side, there's going to be so many hurdles. You think you face hurdles when you don't achieve nothing? No. The little hurdles you jump over barely hit you. It's when you start to achieve, you're going to see the challenge that really comes with achievement. But you got to remember who you are. You know, you got to remember. It's like one lady that said the third of power. So you gotta remember the power that you took to get to from point A to point B to get where you need to get. You got to remember how long it took you, how long it takes you. So when you overhear that aim, you should have enough strength to combat what is going to be coming at you. You already fight so much to get where you need to get to. And you should already have enough that to understand that, you know what, these things are always going to come. So it's either I choose one side and I choose to be on the God side, or you choose to go in between with the God and the devil. Which in you can't serve both of them. You gotta choose one. And keep pushing. And even as content creators, we gotta understand one thing. Content creators, when we put things out there, just like you have reactor channels, you're gonna have some people who react to some things we're gonna put out there. Whether they are reactors or not, they might talk amongst their peers or they one or two friends that they correspond with, even if they don't say it on the internet or so, but they correspond with to share ideas about what did you think about what Resilient Queen said, or what did you think about what Pat said, what did you think about so and so. Doesn't necessarily mean that they are tearing you down, but they're just think something that you said that kind of struck a nerve within them, that led them to be speaking amongst each other. And then they're gonna say, what do you think about this? Mind you, you're gonna always have somebody in there who always gonna try to tear you down. That's natural anywhere you go in this world. So don't run from the unnatural, just fight it and say, you go somewhere, go over here, we're talking, you know what I mean? But you still have to remember your place in line and how long it took you to get to that place you need to get to. Because remember, it takes so long to achieve some things in life, and it's very easy for you to lose it. And once we remember that, it's easier for us to go ahead. You're going to have people when you elevate yourself, everything you say not going to resonate with them no more. You got to remember, once you cross over, some things you're going to say is not going to resonate with some people no more. Some things you're going to say, it's not going to sit well with them, because people going to start look at you and say, oh, this one this now, this one that now, this one this now. But you got to stay true to you. Everything gonna scroll back down to you. And when I say you, I'm talking me. I'm talking all of us that are out there as individual doing what we need to do. And even if we're not individual, but we're doing it as a team effort, as a community. Everybody in that community will still have a purpose, have their values, have their attitudes, have their beliefs in what they believe in. And even when you are amongst your peers, and you're talking about stuff, you're gonna have disagreement, you're gonna have agreement. But if you don't have no solution, then you're just as part of the problem that everybody trying to solve and can't solve it. But if you have a solution and you know the solution work for you, because remember now, one size don't fit all, and that's why we have great communities that can come together and share things. And when people share things, it's not sharing for us to be judgmental of others. When you hear people ask questions of others on their platform, it's not for you to run with it and go to this one and say, hey, did you hear Resilient Queen? These persons who are here saying this are saying that. It's not you to do that. And then the person coming to you with the news, you also got to remember that when they bring, they're trying to put you in it. So if you don't want conflict, you got to stay away from the conflict. you know so if you don't want that, you have to stay away from it. What I mean, we all have a role to play in this life, we all have a purpose, we all have a goal to achieve, and everybody's not going to achieve at the same time. And when I mean at the same time, that's why one size does not fit all. What may work for me, the strategy that work for me might not work for somebody else. And even if I say, hey, this is what worked for me, I've been in several things right now, and the first thing they tell you, they say, instead of telling people what to do, they say you start using I word, what you did, because it's on more telling people how did you get there, what did you do to get out of what you were in, as opposed to say you this, you that, you. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more when you say, I did this when I was going through this or through that. But we all know we're human beings. You think we're going to just stick to I? You think we're going to stick to that all the time? No, no. Our mind was wired to detour at times, and it will definitely detour. You will be right in the middle of something, having a conversation, and you realize you somebody say something to you. If you got your whole thought process, worse if you didn't have it down on a piece of paper ahead of time, you will lose it because it was meant to give right within that time, and if you don't give it, then you lose it. It's just like you walk out of the line and you were close to the door, then you have to join the line all over again because you lose that spot. Same thing. Some things will come to your mind and talking. Sometimes you lose that piece of information that need to be repeated. If it's something that meant to be hear it repeated over and over. If it's just like some people create something and you will never hear something again. The recipe is hidden. Only the people with the secret know the secret. But you will be enjoying all these things. But that one main ingredient was hidden. It's out there, but it's hidden. It's a secret, locked away. So, but as content creators, I just want to say to all content creators, don't give up. And remember, when you cross over to the other side, congratulations. But just remember, the tests and trials and tribulation will come. And if you think I'm joking, everybody who been over that side, they will tell you they had their own fair share of tests and trials. But they didn't let that defeat them because they know what it felt like to be on the other side, and they know what it felt like to work hard. They know what it feel like to sleepless nights and figuring things out and solving the puzzle and fitting things together and it don't work. They know what it felt like to say, you know what, I don't feel like I can do this no more. They know what it feel like to say, I feel like giving up, you know. But there was a reminder, something come to their thought and said, no, you can't give up. You reached too far. You know, as they have that song, came too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road will be easy, and I don't believe it. He brought me this far to leave me. He said, I don't believe it. So, going forward in life is not for us to feel bad about anything in life because the challenge will be there. God had the brightest angel in heaven, and if the brightest angel could depict him like that, what say us? Think somebody not gonna pick you or try to pick your way? Well, you gotta make sure you're prepared. You know. Yeah, you understand. So don't give up, family. Sometimes you're fighting hard and you say, "Why am I not achieving?" You say, "Why am I not achieving?" You are achieving. You just gotta be humble. You gotta be humble. You know, fighting. I think Bob Marley said, "Fighting for survival." And I think upon arrival or something like that. We all are fighting for survival. However survival look like for you, whether it's trying to get your own LLC, whether it's trying to get your own, you get your LLC and you're trying to get your business up and running before the summer come and done, or you're trying to branch off, you're trying to open a school, you're trying to open a restaurant, a gas station, a mall, you're trying to lease a piece of land to do something big, you're trying to do some volunteerism, and just to get your foot to understand the whole nature of how people do things so you can understand to branch off better within yourself and what you are capable of doing. Sometimes you need a little guidance, you know, and that's why some people who you see take jobs and you will see there in there, you will say, why you sit down taking a lot of disrespect? It's because those people have their ulterior motive already outlined for them. They know what they want, and they know in order for to get what they want, they have to go through the rubble. They have to go through the disrespect. They have to go through the doubters. They have to go through the haters. They have to go to the people who believe in them. And they have to go through so many people. And but they don't give up. And that's what we got to understand in life, because a lot of us, we give up because things are not going good. And even for content creators, even if you start a channel 10, 15 years ago and you don't see no result, just take a look at all the good products that you see are coming out of YouTube now. These people were on the internet for a while back, and if they wish to talk about their story day in day out, you will hear these people's story from their mouth, telling you, baby, I've been on the internet 10, 15 years, 14 years ago, and nothing was going on for me until I find the right source. Because sometimes you're on the internet and you're just going with the everyday flow, doing what you normally do, like, me, just talking randomly sometime and confusing myself and all over the place. Like, I lost my mind sometime and it come back. You know what I mean? It's natural. But you keep going. Those people never give up. Those people did not give up. There were a point when they feel like giving up. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, through that point where they feel like they had that breakdown, they catch themselves. The ones who are strong, because you're going to be strong at heart when you're doing stuff. If you're not strong at heart, you will break. You got to stand up and say to yourself, you know what? I can't keep living like this no more. I need to go for that piece of the pie over there. No pieces over there for me. Tell yourself what you want and go out there and go get it. And going out there to go get it, meaning that you got to put in the work. Put in the work. Every day you won't be able to put in the work all the time, because some people are balancing, like content creating. Some people are balancing motherhood, like myself. Some people are balancing jobs. Some people are balancing relationships. Some people are balancing so many things and trying to hold on a 9 to 5 so that two ends can meet. So you have to tell yourself, you can't run up and say, oh, I'm in this position with that person. You don't even know what that person doing. You don't even know if that person work. You hear talking about stuff. You don't know if they work. You don't know if they just sit at home. You don't know what kind of lazy bench they're on. They could just sitting down and they already create a part where what they call this thing of passive income. You could just sit on your bench and don't do anything and you have income coming in. So you don't know if they set ready, where when you see them you would think that, who's that? Oh, always in that spot. No, you don't worry about that spot. That spot is secure. You worry about how you gonna generate what you need to generate. That person already generates something to uplift themselves, to elevate their community, and to elevate their family. So you have to go out there and say, what can I do? If you need to get a spot like that, go get you a spot too. Because if that spot working for Tom or Harry, and you think that you should get one of those spot to and join, get a spot and try it. If it don't work for you, then you always have option. But don't just sit and say, oh, what, always in. But that spot is working for them. You see what I'm saying? That spot is working for that person. What is working for you? What is working for I? You gotta look at yourself and you look at it and say, what is working for me? I'm looking over here, but what is really working for me? Oh, this not working, then scratch your neck back. What can I do? Think. You know, Same way we can think to think about other people and their problem. We can think about what we can do to solve our problem. Cause problem are always gonna arise. They ain't gonna just arise. You think problem just gonna go away? Even when we left this planet, problem is still gonna generate, and solution are always gonna be generating. It will take weeks, months, years, days, but it will generate. We might never live to see what generate. Those things generate, but it will generate. So keep going out there. Don't give up. Don't feel like, but I'm on the internet too long. Listen, if some of these content creators should keep reminding people of how their journey started. They didn't just evolve last year. They didn't just evolve yesterday. Some lucky enough to evolve today because of how things are, especially on the internet now, of how the internet is set up now, where you have more people who find the community that they want to be in and tell themselves that even if they don't find the community, they create. Let's use the word create. They create the community that they want for themselves, and that community to them look like what they want it to be. Gotta remember. So when you look and you create a community for yourself, mind you, you'll be here and you're talking, and so people might not like what you're saying, so you won't see anything, and then somebody will say, but that's not a community. Oh, it's a community. It might not be a community where involve everybody in there, or everybody don't want to be in there, but it's a community. We all have community. Just like a business. You have a sole proprietor, a one man person just doing his thing. If he get $2, he get it. Sometimes he don't get none at all, but he still got his bills to pay. You think he can worry and say, oh, nobody ain't coming to my shop, so I'm gonna close it down? He would be a fool. Because he started the business. Maybe what he needs to do or what she needs to do is to say, all right, then what can I do to create my community? Because you're looking at other people coming and say, wow, they're flourishing, they're blossoming, and they're this and they're that. But you gotta understand, what can I do to create my community? Then reach out to people who have created community before. If you're one of those community kind of people, then that want to be in a community. Reach out to the people that you have seen create communities and ask them, say, hey brother, hey sister, how did you do it? What did you do to create your community? And sometimes, to be honest, they don't do anything different from anybody else, but it's just them as a person, the way they go about stuff, the way they resonate with others, depending on what they're talking about or so forth. And people probably feel like, you know what, everybody here communicate with everybody, so they will be there. But that doesn't mean you don't have a community. Remember, they said where two or more gather, God is in the midst. And even if you have zero, you start from zero, right? When you go live every day, you start from zero. You go live, you don't even know if nobody gonna come to look at you and say, let me check Resilient Queen out. Let me see what she's going on. Because you know she crazy sometimes. Sometimes she chat full of rubbish. Sometimes she talk something makes sense. Or, sometimes she spend time with her kids. Sometimes she cooking. Sometimes she have car problem, bicycle problem. All the problems. Sometimes she don't feel good. Sometimes she run her mouth, or you know what I mean. So we have to know, when we talk about communities and when we look at all these other platforms, you see they're growing. You see they're elevating, or so they find their community because they created the community, which is them. They create their own community. And we have to learn to create our own community. Our own community start with us. You gotta create something and love your community. When you love your community will automatically fall in place. It might not fall in place right there and then, like boom, do. No, maybe I need a little extra sauce to step it up. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean you don't have a community. You know what I mean? And some people, they don't like the bag of talking. And anybody on there, when you need background and you understand, not everybody like bag of talking, lecturing. Yes, people want motivation, people want encouragement, people want support, but then they will probably say, you know what, Resilient Queen, your shorts, and somebody else will say, you know what, I'll go over here and watch this person here, because they're going to tell you, I'm only going to be here for 10 minutes. I'm only going to be here for 2 minutes. Some people put a timestamp on what they are doing. So when people come, they don't have to feel bored or feel shocked. And that's why I'm saying one size doesn't fit all. I might just come and I'm just going off randomly, jumping here, up in here like a bunny rabbit. Bunny here, bunny here, bunny here, bunny here, bunny here, bunny, 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 bunny. Right? But at the same time, you go here and somebody else have their things stamped down, and you can say, okay, well, this I can deal with because I know that this person going to stop in. This person going to stop in for me. These people are aware. But that not because these people have their things set up doesn't mean you can have your setup. You have to find what you're looking for. So just keep going the way you're going. If it's still doing you good, keep following that same path. One day you pray for changes and changes will come. You pray for growth and growth will come. A lot of time, I know I've been on the internet now, not that long, but you will say, but wait, ain't Harry was down there before and you were over here? It don't have nothing to do with that. It have how to do with how we create stuff and what people are looking for. What am I selling? Are they buying it? What am I doing? Are people feeding into that? Are they take a liking into it? Yes, sometimes they take a liking into it, but if it's all the lecturing and all the bag of this and the bag of that, people get tired after a while. But playing little music, they might dear and they jam little bit and they chip in little bit and so forth. And they say, okay, that's Michael Clawfish. You know what I mean? And I like to mix up my things. Sometimes I'll be doing my little music, I'll be doing my little dance and shorts, cooking, whatever it is. But one day, when I finally find my nice good up sauce that I can stick to, and I know it's working, I won't have to be jumping like bunny rabbit, bunny, 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 bunny. But if you don't find what you're looking for, you're gonna keep going in different markets. Because even though, whether we like it or not, all of us are motivators. All of us. We might not be five-star motivators, just like we might not be five-star educators. But we all are motivators. We all inspire somebody. If you have children, you inspire them. You are your husband, you inspire your husband. Your husband inspire the wife. The boyfriend inspire the girlfriend. The girlfriend inspire the boyfriend. The sister, the brother, the auntie, the uncle, the sister. You name it. We all inspire each other, whether we like it or not. Sometimes you see somebody going through a down moment in their life, and somebody out of the blue, don't even know you from Adam, will come and say, I'm sorry for what you're going through. What depend? And they say, I'm glad you're happy today. Oh, look at you. Oh, I love when you smile. You know, somebody's there to cheer you along. Somebody's there to walk with you. Somebody is there to skip with you, hop with you, pray with you. Like, you have content creators out there that pray for people. You understand? So you have so many different things that when we feel like we're at a turmoil phase in our life, something is out there for us. And when you feel like, oh, I don't got no community because nobody coming to see me, nobody coming to watch me, just keep going. You worried about the wrong thing. You can't sit there. It's like you're counting your egg before you hatch. Oh, how much like you have? Oh, how much this? How many people here? How many? No, that's counting your eggs before it hatch. Let it stay there and hash. If you plant seed, it's not gonna grow right there and then. We all looking for seed to grow right there and then. And then some people, you might not see them for a long time. Doesn't mean they're not there. They could go on to spread their wings. Let people spread their wings. They will come back. If people want to support you, doesn't matter what no one say. I can tell you that from now. If somebody want to support you in life, it's like how many of you have friends and family that don't talk to this one, but this one talk to this one. And it doesn't matter the beef you and Harry and Pat have. They still, if they say they're going to support you, also, they're going to support you. If they said they're going to help you, they're going to help you. They don't care what Pat say or Harry say. They're going to do what they're supposed to do to help you. Your goal now is not to fail them. It's to keep going. Is to keep going because they're expecting you to keep shining, to keep rising, to keep motivating, to keep elevating, to keep strengthening, to giving good this, good that, so that others that are out there that felt like there's no hope out there. Every day we get up, there's somebody out there felt like nobody cares for them. Even speaking right now, there could be somebody out there in the universe, whether they on the live or behind the live or nowhere here, that could be going through something, but because we are out here praying for these people, we're out there talking about, there is point in our life when we feel like there was no hope for us, but we never give up. We never give up. We were just there, facing our challenge, facing our fears, and still holding on. And they want to know that, oh, if she can hold on, then I can hold on. If she can do it, then I can do it. If she did this, then I can do that. If he walked this path, I can walk it too. If he be a professor, I can be a professor too. But it's all scrolled on, not just to say if this person did this, I can do it too. It's all about finding what was it that was working with this person. Mind you, they will give you guidance. They're not going to give you everything. It's something you have to find on your own. Find out what was it. So these being, what was it? What was the secret? Or what was these people using to elevate themselves? Sometimes it could just mean that they go, thank God for AI. So they have the AI music now that can help make things a little bit more spicier. They have chat GBT now, can you can ask any little question now. They have so many platforms now that have things that you can ask and utilize it right now, that can make something a bit easier. And then when we're going through stuff, it's gonna be hard sometimes, because sometimes you don't feel like you want to go the 5 star where you normally go. Sometimes you just want to have this chill day where you just come and you just be yourself, you know. And you can't please everybody either. You gotta remember that, working to please the world is not gonna help you, but working to be better than what you left, what you're gonna left this world in is better, because then you're not trying to please the world. You're trying to create not just a legacy for your family and friends and children or whatever, but you're trying to create something that can make impact and lives to come. Because it's just like you have children and they talk about generational wealth and all these things. And people say, oh, I have children, so I gotta create generational wealth. I gotta create a business. I gotta buy a house so that if any little thing, my kids won't struggle. My kids won't that. But all of us not gonna be in that boat to say that. You know, by the time we in that boat to say that sickness come, death come, anything can come, and then it's just for our children to take the pieces up. You know what I mean? But we still gotta keep going. What we're gonna do, because the things that was meant to left for you because you hear it out in the universe didn't happen, you're gonna give up? No, that's telling you you need to catch the baton up. Even if it drop and you want to go pick it up and tell yourself, I'm gonna carry it from here. I am gonna pick it up and I'm gonna carry it from here. How many times many of us that lives alone? I even think, even if you're not living alone, but you live with your partner and it's like they're the breadwinner of the home, and you hear that they're losing their job, and they're losing so many things that they were doing. Now you realize that the big extravagant things you used to have and enjoy, you can no longer have it for probably a while, because now you have to scale back just so that you can survive. Now you start to go into survival mood. You might not go in there right there and then because you have enough to spread. But then when you realize that, you know what? We can't keep living this 5 star life no more. Because things do happen. Things do take a shift sometime. And it's not just to deteriorate. Sometimes it's a reminder that, hey, we go up and we can also go down. You know what I mean? But what you going to give up? You're going to work together so you could achieve that common goal. You know? It's like when you see two people married and settle down and everything in life. One person, most people sometimes, one, if one is making more money than one, they will take on the bill. I say, all right, babes, or all right, hun, I'll take on the bigger bulk of the bill. You just have to do this and do that and take care of the house, blah blah blah. And then whichever role, interchangeable role, eh? And you play it. And if you mean each other good, you will achieve, or you can come out of that gutter. But if only one person trying to distribute these things that they want to aspire and want to break the bond of not being in the gutter, it's not gonna work, because it's just one of you thinking of it. The other person is thinking about, how should I run away, how should I get all the bond. We being the man say the girl let me know the junk and all of that, then your life gonna be messed up. And then when it messed up, what's happened? You start to live like what this song say, pa 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 pa, because you had good people around you, and you use them in a way where they break down. They themselves can't even figure out how to even navigate with you no more around, because they thought they could have been keep dreaming with you, keep visioning, keep planning, and keep executing and stuff. But sometimes those dreams are shattered. They're shut out by the people who you're in a relationship with, you're in a friendship with. They say, okay, let's go into partnership. Let's do this. Let's do that. And they don't want to do that. Then here comes, you lose everything because you feel like there you lose everything because what, you think that you couldn't do it on your own. You think that you couldn't move on your own, but little did you know that yes you could, but you needed to step away from that. You needed that no to really push you to say, you know what, you don't belong here, you don't belong there, you belong over here. So you have to know what works for you in life, friendship, relationship, and even as content creators, we have to know what works for us. Because a lot of things we're going to put out there, it might not work for us and it might not work for others as well. But doesn't mean in the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, if social media should be around, if something else don't come and take over social media, then you would be surprised that the things that are taken for granted now will be the talk of the town then, because somebody who study history, a lot of people who study history or maybe study the history of social media and all these things, they will start to go dig up and look at even some of these content creators, not like like myself, that are small content creators, but we're making waves because we're trying to be ourselves. They will start to look and say, okay, this person had some great this, great that, but only problem was they didn't know how to execute it. They didn't know how to formulate it. They didn't have a formula. They didn't have a secret sauce to blemish what they were selling or what they were using to captivate their own audience. They didn't know how to reach their audience or so forth. And then based upon their research of what other content creators, because mind you, when you're collecting data, you collect it from the bottom, the middle, and the end. Just collect data from this one as particular aspect. You collect it from all areas so that when you're looking at something, you can have a holistic approach towards the things that you are looking for, and it depends on the kind of data you're going to collect. So can you imagine 10, 15 years, somebody who is studying history and so they really want to know why some people didn't flourish on social media, for example, on a whole. And they start to look at all the different platforms that were out there. And they might pull up your name and say, let me see if this person was on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the other X and whatever they is, whatever that is. And then they check you out and realize, you know what? No, this person didn't have no secret. This person was just all over the place. And then they start to formulate a content for you. And then from their research, they can take what we are saying and build it into something more meaningful. Sometimes you will get acknowledgement depending, and sometimes you might not get none, especially if you're down at the bottom where barely anybody recognize you or know who you are. You will get recognized sometimes for these things, but sometimes your work will be gone to somebody else and you don't get no credit for it or anything. But at the same time, the greatest part of life is that you put your work out there and 10, 15 years somebody else using it. You know? That's the biggest thing, you know? So don't be out here and worrying. And when you get over to the other side, family, just keep going. The stress of life will come. Everything gonna come at you, and you will think that when you're not there yet, everything will be all right. Everything will be all right because you're not there. But when you get there, you're gonna realize that, oh, wow, your growth sometime will slow down. The love, the likes, the comments, everything will slow down. But it's happening for a purpose. It's happening for a reason. And when these things are happening, it's for us as content creators to start looking to ourselves and say, okay, where did I go wrong? Did I go wrong because people know me as not a person who throw words at others? And then did I throw words at somebody? Did I step out my line? Did I step out my boundaries? I just had a sharp pain. Did I stepped over here too much, or did I portray myself in a way that I wasn't? Ooh, wow. I had a sharp pain right here just now. Such a sharp pain. Just tear me up like lightning, you know? So know what worked for us, family. And growth is not something that just gonna come and sit with you and nobody bash you. Just keep going the way you were going. You're winning, and if you're winning and you're not challenged, you're not winning. If you're winning and you're challenged, you're winning. What you have to do is not to look back to buck your foot. It's keep going. The pathway is created already. It's for us to keep going. Sometimes we look back and we lose everything because now we start to say, oh, it's because I did this and I elevate myself and you this and you that. And then you make a holy peace and now you start living the defeated life that they want you to live. No, keep going straight ahead. Don't look back. Your growth is not for you to look back and be, don't mind at nobody else who's down there. Their days are coming where somebody gonna be mad at them. You don't need to, you leave them alone. You know? You fight on. You pull on. You hold on. Why give up? Why look back now? Just look at yourself and say, okay, I've been doing this for so long. And even though I was a recognizable, nobody didn't really follow me or support me. But as soon as my dream take off, everybody wanna bash me or people wanna tear me down. But you're gonna keep going. When God was there, what do you think Satan did to him? He was one of Jesus' brightest angels. So bear in mind that when you feel defeated in life, it's not for you to just stay there and accept defeat. It's to get up and tell defeat, you go somewhere because I'm going to defeat you because you're not coming in my space. You're not coming in my place. You gotta stand up. You don't have to be rowdy with people or anything. You just have a one-on-one interaction with your father before anything, and always go out there and do out your prayers, and keep on the same path you're at. Just remember why you were there and when you were there before you even cross over. How did you arrive over there? How did you get over there? You didn't get over there to buy the knives at the market. You get over there because you focus on your dreams. You had a dream and you wanted to achieve it. So you fulfill that dream. It's like prescription. You go to the doctor, they give you a prescription. How do you get that prescription? You go to the doctor, right? But how do you fill that prescription? That's the next question. The doctor write your prescription, but it still got to be filled. The doctor can't give you the medicine, but they can write your prescription, right? But you gotta go somewhere else to get your prescription. You gotta go to the pharmacy now, right? So it's a whole nother ball game you gotta go through. And even going through the pharmacy, you gonna have your own ups and downs. Cause you could have a disgruntled either person in the line, or you can have a disgruntled cashier, or you yourself can be disgruntled going for to pick up what you need to pick up. But you gotta remember who you are. Eh? You gotta remember. Many times we beat ourselves up. But don't beat ourselves up, just fight on. And don't be looking back when God already bless you out of your situation. You know how far you're coming from. Don't be looking back and look at this man and say, oh, they're jealous of me because they're down here and I'm over here. Don't worry about that. The good thing you are aware that they are aware that the good thing you are aware what they're doing. So it's easier now for you to come up with your ammunition to protect yourself and keep going. You understand? You protect yourself and keep going. You protect yourself with the blood of Jesus. You protect yourself by praying. You protect yourself by staying true to you. Stay true to your roots. Stay true to what gets you there. You know, many times we reach over on the other side, it's like somebody works so hard, save all their money to build a house, and as soon as they build a house also, somebody hate on them. But that's okay. They know what it took for them to get over there. They didn't let that person defeat them. They kept going. What they do now, they just say, you know what? I'm just gonna move more in silence and do what I gotta do and make whatever need to work work. Because sometimes we put ourselves out there and let the world know everything. And then the world asks us for anything. And we go take up ourselves, our nosy self, and our, what do you call it, helping self, and our, our honest, nice self, and do everything. And then when things don't sit right, we mad. Don't be mad. Because if we didn't do anything, you wouldn't be there. So don't be mad. Just keep going. I tell myself, as a young girl growing up, I tell myself one thing. I say, any day I give my life to God, I should not have anything to look back for. Nothing. And I already preparing myself that I know the trials are gonna come and I know the tribulations are gonna come, but there should be nothing that should stop me when I said I'm going through that door to go give my life to Christ. There should be nothing stopping me. Because at this point I would have already live all I need to live, whether I have 90 million experience or anything. The mere fact that I had lived a life that I know wasn't right or anything, and now I want to make it right. I shouldn't have nothing looking back for. But in between that, I'm gonna know that there are gonna be trials and tribulation. But it's how I prepare myself is gonna make me surpass all those trials and tribulation. Even the man, I was watching this YouTuber. She have, I think, 2 point something million subscribers, and I was listening to a video from her from about 10 years ago. Yes, I saw that video popped up on my phone. Either 10 years ago or 10 months ago. One of those, I don't remember exactly. And I happened to saw her write a book. I didn't see her write the book, but she was giving some things of how to, while you sleep, you're making money happening for you. And I saw her with a book that she wrote for herself that she's selling. And she was, and in her commentary, because I like to listen, and she was saying that her first, I think she had two child, and the first one she got raped with, and the second one I think she married and had a husband. But you would not look at this lady and tell that that damn thing happened to her. You cannot. If you didn't hear her story, you wouldn't even know that this person was a victim of abuse. This woman have no sign on her looking like she was knocked up the head and beaten down. Oh no, there is not one defeat I see on that woman. And if she didn't open that book and was showing some things on that book, when I mean she was talking a little bit about her journey, how it all started and everything. Looking at her, you would not tell that this lady was abused because she had no defeat on her, not one. She did not let not one of her defeat painted on her, not one was tattooed on her. Looking at the lady, you cannot find one defeat on her. Not one. She did not collect not even one of her obstacles. Mind you, her obstacles is what get her to where she is now. She have 2 point, I think 2 point something million people on her platform, and she did not let that. I was shocked today. I'm reading, and that's why it's good, when time I like to, when I'm watching videos of anybody or so, I like to watch it all the way as far as I can. Yes, that's me. If I'm listening to you, I like to watch you all the way, because sometimes you don't know where the story that that person go share is gonna be sometimes. But just to hear that lady and you look at her, I'm like, what? What? I was shocked. And you would be shocked too, because there is no defeat written on her. There is nothing called defeat written on her. But through her journey, now she's a, I would probably call her a multimillionaire right now. So it just goes to show that we can rise, family. We can rise. We can shine. We don't have to accept defeat and just let defeat beating us up like what, I don't know what's licking me in my head right now. My defeat knocking me. Let me go defeat him with some water. Where is my bottle of water? Let me go knock him down with a bottle of water right now, because me don't know what defeat me. I don't know what's defeating me right here, so let me get little water right here, so me can defeat this. You see how we find solution. Blessing. I don't know what's defeating me right now. So let me drink little water, defeat it. Eh? So it just goes to show that sometimes you see somebody and you see they look fly, spark, spick, spark. They got a story, baby. But because you're just looking at the outward appearance, and you say, wow, this person look nice, dress nice, look good, smell good. Where did you buy your cologne? Chanel. But you would never know that that person had things that was challenging them to be defeated, but they did not accept that defeat. Their outburst was for them to cry out so others could hear them. Somebody could hear them. Help could reach them. Whether it's through their intuition of telling them you need to run, you need to go hide, you need to go somewhere, you need to go here, whatever that was. You know? So it just goes to show when you look at life, and you have to look at life from different angles and different perspectives in life, because if you don't look at life in that area, that way, you don't know what's gonna happen, or you don't know what can you learn. And that's why I always say you gotta be grateful for people, grateful for others, whether you like them or not, because a lot of people, to be honest, once they're winning, they're not happy for nobody else, but you gotta be happy for people. Because when you are happy for others, others will be happy for you. Sometimes you will say, but I'm happy for people, but people not happy for me. When the time is right, you think things happen without the time? No. Things happen when the time is right. If the time is not right, nothing is gonna happen. Nothing. But do you just sit there and say, because nothing is happening, I'm just gonna sit there? No. Get up. Like we have in our YouTube channel, and some of us out of a job. And you say, all right, then let me work my YouTube channel, let me work it, let me work it. Keep working it. You never know what God have in store. I read a story once in the book where he said, remember, while we're planning, he have a better plan for us. He have a better idea for us. So even though we're planning to achieve this or do this or do that, sometimes he have a better plan for us. But all it takes is for us to keep going. You know, I'm not making because of my circumstances the world define me. No, I'm not gonna make because I'm looking like what they call it shagla bagala. I don't have to look shagla bagala, but I choose to look shagla bagala. You see what I'm saying? And then when I'm ready, I can put myself up and I can put it down. You see what I'm saying? I can challenge myself. You guys need to challenge yourself too. Sometimes it's just a day to take and just challenge yourself to see how yourself would look. Even if you're never looking shagala bagala before, just give up yourself and see how yourself would look. Don't do no here for a day and just see how you look. Then you will learn to appreciate others when you see them in our phase in their life and you're like, okay, oh well. So, even though we in some of us in our phase too long. Yeah, we our phase too long. But that's all right. You know? And the judgment. We ain't gonna get rid of judgment. So don't be surprised. Don't be alarmed. You will not get rid of judgment. If that's what you're waiting for, well, you need to be you need to be up in heaven so you can change some of these things. We will never get rid of judgment. Because after God created Adam and Eve and he told them what to do and they disobey him, there'll come judgment. So don't think you're gonna get rid of judgment. What you can do is curtail a lot of stuff that will be coming at you by not entertaining it. You know, I'm not gonna stay any longer because I think I'll be talking so much. You know, sometimes a message comes to your thought and you just gotta chop it up in the way you can and mince it up. You never know who's out there listening. You never know who's out there feel like what they're going through was no hope, no dreams, no vision, no mission. They felt like there was nothing for them. And just hearing us, out here can talk, and as I said, not everybody want to hear you talk, but some things you're saying, people are listening. And while they're listening, they're saying, okay, now I feel good because I hear somebody talking like that. Now I felt good about myself. And you just give them little motivation. Just give them little motivation. You know, my smell just went away just now. Come back. That's how I was smelling. You just give them little motivation. As the songwriter said, when I need motivation, my one solution. Even though they use this song in the other way, whereas the one solution is my whatever to keep me strong. So you gotta know what when you need motivation, what is that motivation look like for you? Is it to go on your YouTube channel and listen to some music, listen to somebody speaking, listen to somebody just cussing somebody or listen to some reactor channel or some some people sued from reactor channel, not to say that they are commenting on the reactor channel, but they just listen to just laugh and just say like these people are something else. But they learn that what, this world is not easy. And even when you do good, somebody gonna try to say you do bad. Even when you do anything, somebody gonna paint you as something. So you just be a big back, and stay firm, stay rooted, stay grounded, stay prayed up like I'm having a terrible pain. And don't give up. I will never tell anybody to give up. And even if you know reach over to the other side, your time will come. Put in the work. Put in the work. Go to your bed. When I used to do exam before I go, when I used to do exam, I used to go to bed and dream about something that didn't sit well with me. I'll get up in the middle of the night and write it on a piece of paper. Some of us are still doing that till this blessed day. Journaling, music, dance, yoga, exercise, talking with friends for long hours on the phone, family, laughing, joking around with whosoever. Sometimes you could probably call somebody and say, resilient, we should chat, all kind of rubbish, and you bust out laughing. And so, that's your therapy. That's your therapy. Find something that make you that you can cope with. But until then, what good? Have a blessed night. Thanks to everyone that stopped by tonight. And just remember, content creators keep going. And for everybody that over the other side, congratulations and keep going. And don't focus. When I say don't focus on no locus, just keep doing what you're doing. And remember, hate will come, hate will go. Love will come, love will go. Likes will come, likes will go. But you will also come and you will also go. So therefore, we just gotta keep going. Go till we can't go no more. Keep looking straight ahead. There's no detour right here. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep striving. We have something out there. If your platform, before I go real quick, is to heal the nation, go out there, heal the nation. You ain't gonna heal everybody, but you will heal people. If it be one person at a time. If your platform is to motivate somebody, go out there and motivate somebody. If your platform is to dance and entertain, go out there and do what you gotta do. If your platform is to cook nice cuisine, meals and whatever, go out there and do what you gotta do. If your platform is to just sit down and eat and will let people watch you eat like a pig like me, go out there and do what you gotta do. Everybody have something out there for them. When we're growing up in Jamaica, they said there is, for every hole that is out there is a tick to fit it. There is a stick out there to fit it. Everything that is out there, there's a stick to fit it. Go out there and do what you gotta do. You can't worry about this and you can't worry about that, because that's what killed us. That's what killed dreams. The things we worried about, that's what tear us down. The things we fear, that's what tear us down. The things that we tell ourselves, that's what tear us down. The time when we tell ourselves, I can't do this no more, that's what defeat us. The things we tell ourselves, that yes, I am happy today, I'm so glad, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I am blessed, I have a headache, but I'm going on, I'm praying, I'm asking God to direct this headache and remove it, whatever that is. Go get some rest, shut up, you chat too much, or whatever. Go ahead, do what you got to do. Chatterbox sign off. Good night. Yes, stay blessed, people.